Yeah, obviously huge credit to to Xavier, and it speaks to their program's quality. When I talk about Marquette, and their excellence, and you just obviously feel the same way about the Xavier program, and with Sean and the history of it. For me at least, going back to Pete Gillen, and it just being one of the top 15 to top 20 programs over the course of the last 30 years or so. Their effort was incredible with Fremantle, getting that news and showing up the way they did here. Just as a credit to Sean being one of the best coaches in the game, and their program just having an incredible character and standards. So, usually you lose when you give up 13 for 24 from three. But I thought they made some incredibly hard shots. I actually didn't think our three-point defense was that bad. I just thought that was a ridiculous display of three-point shooting off the dribble, sidestep, deep. I mean, we made some mistakes, but sometimes the shot making was just almost at an NBA level for Maddox and Conwell, and in particular in Foster. I mean, those guys were phenomenal. But just really proud of our guys, proud of how we've been the last couple of weeks, and our refusal when we got down 5 to allow the game to slip away. And I just want to thank anyone that tweeted this morning our record in openers. You almost talked that shit into existence. So everyone should unfollow the people that did that today. Thanks. And I mean it. I mean, the sophomores, their growth and development is what's going to determine the season, along with point guard play, obviously. And because you see what we have at center with Harris, and obviously not having Sampson for us is a major problem, because, Sampson is the heart and soul of the team. But, for Solo to be shooting it as poorly as he was shooting it to that point in the game, and he was frustrated, and to get on that run was huge for us. And then I thought, the defensive plays that he was able to make. He's going to screw up some things because he's a young player. Some technique things or some scouting things because he's still a young guy. But I thought he used his athletic ability to get in passing lanes and to make plays on the ball. So 4 steals I think was great to go along with the clutch buckets and free throws. Trying to get me in trouble again with the officials. There's. I just wanted to know, what did you see in that in particular? Well, what happened was the 2 off the ball holding calls just made it really tough, I think, to make another call. Right, the last 3 possessions. But I thought we tried to get to Liam. Liam was doing an awesome job. Getting in his right hand, getting down the lane. And there's obviously, just some contact there that was unfortunate. And Solo's ball was tracking, and he almost threw it in. But yeah, I think we executed it the way we wanted to execute it. There was some contact. I understand why they didn't make the call. And then, I thought we had control of overtime, which was good. Yeah, I mean, this had all the designs of a game that you lose at home. Just, again, the shot making from those guys, the tough shot making, because they, it tells you a little bit about the shot making when it's like 29 field goals on 9 assists. So that's like guys like really making plays off the dribble, hitting hard shots. And then it just, tonight was kind of like the the recipe to to lose a game. And I just think the resolve that we've shown the last couple weeks, and just getting down 5 and having a chance to close it out in regulation, not doing that, but then responding in overtime. It was great. And I thought the crowd really helped us. Probably last 5 minutes of regulation, in particular, and in overtime. I thought the crowd was a big factor. Midway through the second half into overtime, they really helped us a lot too.
Darren, on your last possession of regulation, were you looking at the foul there to keep them from chucking up a 3?
Missoula was just. I mean, what we were trying to do was just guard the 3-point line there, and just no, it was not by design. I know the analytics people, I'm sure, are talking about it. It's something moving forward after the conversation we just had with Missoula in the locker room. Shout out to Joe for showing up. I think he enjoyed it. He likes Big East basketball. It was just we were being overly aggressive, trying to blow up screens at the 3-point line. Like we were not going to allow a 3, and we were just going to chase them off the 3-point line, and then obviously not foul at the rim. It was not by design.
Dan, Sean was just sitting here talking about how he thinks college basketball hasn't seen a better winner than Alex. For him to take over the 5 minutes of overtime that he did, what does that say about his progression?
Yeah, I mean, just I've said this. Alex has changed the lives of so many people, so many players that have had the benefit of playing with him. He's made them. He's made them money. He's made them look really good on the court because he's an incredible connective piece that solves so many problems and makes the people around him better. And and he's such an excellent offensive player, passer, defender, communicator. He's just he's a winner. He's tough. And then obviously the coaches. I mean, he's changed all of our lives because he's turned us all into champions. The program changed when AK entered the lineup. We've taken this thing to another level, and he's the common denominator.
Dan, Tara's rebounding. He's had some good rebounds over the last 3 years, but is he as good as anyone you've had in recent years here?
Yeah, I mean, he was awesome. I mean, he's so agile. His agility, and when he's like mean, and violent, and it's life or death pursuit of the ball, and he plays with force. He's got to decide what type of bear he wants to be. Just when he's a grizzly bear or a Kodiak bear or a vicious polar bear, he's incredible. He just doesn't, he's such a nice guy and a sweetheart that sometimes, he doesn't play with that force and want to be a killer. When he shows up, when he takes that step and is like just an ass-kicking killer, you're going to see, consistent nights like tonight. Yeah, I don't want him to. He could like that movie, but I don't want that to be his alter ego. I want it to either be the bear from The Revenant up until it gets shot, or just a vicious. We've shown him pictures of vicious bears. Maybe fans can tweet or DM him pictures of vicious bears. I mean, generally, we've had some real bad luck at the 3-point line defensively this year, and we generally do a really good job of running people off the 3-point line. Part of that issue has been losing the incredible perimeter defenders over the last couple of years. Andre Jackson, Steph Castle, Tristan Newton, guards with size that made it really tough on people. But, we spend a lot of time working on rotations. We spend a lot of time just aggressively teaching our guys to challenge things at the rim. Sometimes it means you're going to foul more. But since we've gotten back from that trip to Maui, fouling hasn't been as big of an issue for us. Obviously, it was out there when we were minus 51 in 3 games, but I don't think anybody wants to talk about that anymore. Yeah, who missed? Yeah, I missed the first one there. Yeah, I mean, yesterday we do a free throw drill to end day before a game. It's like a pressure a free throw shooting drill where the guys shoot one-on-ones, and they've got to shoot, 80% or higher, and you get a one-on-one. You miss the front end, it's an 0 for 2. You miss, you make one miss, make the first, miss the second, 1 for 2. If you make both, 2 for 2. So we were literally, it took us 25 minutes to do something that generally takes 5 minutes. So if anything, I crushed our team's confidence yesterday by making them do it over and over again. But the fact that we got it right at the end, maybe it helped us concentrate a little bit better. But I would have never thought we'd shoot free throws good today based on how shitty it was yesterday. Well, he's, I think a lot of these guys know that I connect their free throw shooting percentage, especially the centers, to whether I'm going to let them shoot threes. And Taras is dying to shoot a 3. So he's like, dreams of it. So, but you could see his technique is clean. He's got great rotation. He's just a very talented guy. I mean, he's just when the killer instinct and the motor nonstop catches up to the physical traits, watch out for that guy. But he's a good free throw shooter.
Coach, when you guys are struggling from 3 the way you guys were early on, what do you guys do to kind of keep the offensive flow and keep the team going until you find that spark that you guys found in the second half with Solo and McNeely and Caravan?
I think the tough part was just like we got off to a great start. I thought offensively, we were in a great rhythm, and then Liam obviously got foul trouble, which hurt. It hurt his game tonight, but he still found a way to have a pretty good night. But we got in a little bit of a rut when we went to the bench a little bit there. We got off to a great start. The first 6, 7, 8 minutes, I think we were up near like, first 10 minutes we're up near like 20 points or something. Then we just got stuck in the mud, and we were missing. I thought we had really good looks. I think our shooting numbers will come up. I think when it's all said and done, our shooting numbers will come up.
Mark, 2 more? Can you talk about the lift Youssef gave off the bench when you used him?
Yeah, Youssef had a good stretch there. In the first half, he was able to, just give us a little bit of unexpected offense, and his size out on the court, just that physical presence was really good for us, and he's physical, so he's helped us in these last couple of games.
Yeah, just to follow up on their final possession of regulation, it did seem they were shooting like 64% from 3 at that point. It did seem like fouling them was the right play. It also gave you obviously the last shot. Was there any talk in the huddle about that at all, or was that not?
The whole thing was like we've got to chase them off the 3-point line. We've got to switch every screen and deny them catches at the 3-point line, and just chase the dribbler off the line and just not foul somebody at the rim. It's tough at that point. I know it's like, you're up to. There's a chance they could go to the line and miss a free throw. I don't know if it was a front end at that point. It might have been. I'm not sure if it was or wasn't. But you have a 2-point lead. I don't know. It's just like giving back the lead and to a tie game, and then having to need to score the last basket. It's a tough call. I think it's something moving forward. That maybe we'll think about more. We had that talk with Missoula back there, and it's an interesting analytical thing to do. But yeah, that was not even something that we discussed. We just discussed switching everything, on ball, off ball, and just guarding that 3-point line, and hopefully, forcing them into a tough midi, defensive rebounding, and winning the game in regulation. That was the hope. Thank you. So I'm not some like analytic genius.
Doing that.
Questions for student athletes?
If you have a
Go
question
right
for more
there.
than one, we'll figure it out.
Harris, first UConn start, pretty heck of a game for both teams, but obviously for you,
Yeah.
step up a double. How good is that for you?
I mean, like I said, all praise and glory to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, man. I mean, it was tough hearing about Samson going down and knowing I had to step up. So, being in that starting role position tonight, I knew what I had to do. And Samson, he's a warrior, so I knew I had to match his energy from this jump, and I think I did all right.
You guys feel comfortable with what Yusuf has been able to do for you?
Yeah, I mean that's practice. I mean, Yusuf, he's in the mix every day. I mean, 1 through everybody on the roster, we practice hard, and that's how we prepare. So, when guys like Yusuf need to step up, he's ready.
First Big East experience, just to talk about what you thought. I mean, Big East is obviously no joke this year. There's so many talented teams.
I mean, yeah, it was an intense game. That's probably the most emotionally intense I've ever been during a game. So I don't know how I'm gonna. That was just a lot, but it was a lot of fun. I'm excited for 19 more.
And how did you adjust in the second half? Didn't really get things going until the second 20.
I just let the game come to me. A lot of guys in the locker room told me just keep going, keep a foot on the gas. I mean, I did, and just shot it when I was open and passed it when I wasn't.
So, I just wondered what your mindset was. The team goes down 5 in the second half. You scored 8 straight points. I guess can you just take us through what your mindset was during that period?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing was when I went into the locker room, my teammates were just giving me a bunch of confidence just to keep shooting, keep playing. And I think with that, just carrying it through to the second half, I think it was just big for us when we got in those quick spurts. We got in quick spurts where they would go back and forth, buckets to buckets. And we just had to come back and settle down, make sure we finished the game off.
Has clutch shooting kind of always been in your repertoire?
I guess so. I guess so. It's more just the practice all the reps we take in practice, and it's just a credit to all the work we put in.
Harris, there's a lot of talk from the coach about Bears. What kind of player you want, what kind of player that's a lot.
Yeah.
Want to get your side of that. What he's
Yeah, so my thing is Kung Fu Panda, and I love the character Po. So that was the bear I still kind of have a little part of me, but coach wants me to be a Kodiak bear versus a teddy bear, and which bear do I want to be? So he asked that question to me every day, and I want to be a Kodiak bear on the court. I felt like I was like a
Grizzly bear,
older
maybe?
bear. Yeah, I
Kodiak.
wasn't
Kodiak.
fully activated. I feel like I could do a lot more.
I say
And
Kodiak.
yeah, I feel like I was
Grizzly.
like, yeah, a good grizzly bear.
Grizzly.
Alex, just talk about the lifting and please, with that Pearson setup.
Terrace. I mean, it's big time for us, and I told him after the game, like, this got to be fun for you. Like, if you play like this, like, you should play like this all the time, because it's fun, and, like, everyone loved it, and just what he did for us was big time, and for him to step up and do, like, just step up in place of Samson and as well as Yusuf, too, and just have the performance that he did, I mean, it's unbelievable, and everyone knows he's capable of doing that. It's just, you know, he's willing to do it. If he's willing to do it and, you know, listen to the coaches, then he could have that type of performance every night.
Alex, what's contributed to you blocking so many shots this year and trying to really get that one late tonight to try to hit 3 close out?
I have no idea, to be honest. I don't know how I'm getting all these blocks. I think it's just playing angles and just watching a lot of film, just timing when people release a shot. So I'd say it's that, and then just to have that late stretch as like the kind of the dagger shot to win the game. It was big time for us, just when we needed to stop.
Alex, do you think the biggest differential was early on? I mean, you guys jumped out to a big lead, a big lead early on in the first half, and then you guys lost it, and then you guys didn't have like the scoring that you usually do, like you did in the second half. I mean, what did you think? What was switched for you guys to get back to your brand of basketball?
It's just a mindset defensively. We always want to fall back on our defense, and no matter how we're shooting offensively or what's going down on the other end, we always got to make sure that we defense and rebound. And if we can do those two things consistently for a full 40 minutes, then we have a great chance of winning every game.
Can you guys talk about the free throws? Your coach said you guys took a little longer than normal yesterday. Than 21.
Yeah, that was my fault. I was missing my free throws yesterday. As you can see, I missed one today, so yeah, that was all me for sure.
But how important is that, getting that in practice and making it that type of situation where it paid off for you guys today?
Yeah, I would just say it gives us the confidence to get up to the line, no pressure, and just knock them in.
So 11 assists, 1 turnover. You've had a lot of
It's
good
crazy.
assist games lately. Is that just the offense and you guys all becoming more kind of on the same page together?
Yeah, I would just say, coaching and coaching staff do a great job of putting us in the right spot to make the right play. I'm fortunate enough to play with these guys, and they make my job easy. All I got to do is, touch paint a little bit and get them the ball, and they're going to score it.
Did you guys get a visit from Joe Mazzulla after the game? Did he talk to you guys in the locker room?
No.
That's just coaches. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, Bobby.
I don't know, you guys the last 2 years won a lot of games by double digits. In fact, more than probably any other team ever has in that situation. This year, it's more games like this, grind, possession by possession, last couple minutes. Are you guys getting more comfortable, more confident when you're in that situation now that you can get the plays down the stretch again?
I mean, yeah, for sure. I mean, definitely a little adjustment for sure, being in more close games, but we're used to it every single day. I think it just really starts in practice, and every time it's blue versus gray, it's always close. So we've always gone through late game adjustments or situations where we got to be ready. But I mean, it is a little bit of adjustment at the same time when we were blowing teams out. I mean, we were just playing a full 40 minutes, and that's exactly what we got to do now, even though the game's close.
Alex, after not hitting it in the last game, you had a couple of times went out early today as well. How did you kind of push through that and in your first 3 games?
Yeah, I was happy to see that. But just keep shooting. I mean, everybody, all my teammates, the entire coaching staff always just tells me to keep firing and keep shooting. And I put too much work in. I've shot the basketball a lot lately and just every single day. And I'm never going to let my confidence go down because I don't see one go in.
December game felt like March out there, the way your fans got into it. Can you guys describe the atmosphere and how much the fans helped you get through this?
Sango and then Liam.
I mean, yeah, we got the best fans in the country. It was a whiteout. You seen the towers flying all over the place. I would say that it helped a lot at the free throw line, especially when they called the foul on me for them on Conwell. fouled him on a three-point shot, and he missed the free throw. So I mean, Big Blue Nation. I mean, UConn Nation came out and supported us today. We appreciate them.
I mean, yeah, we need that every game. At Gamble and Excel. I mean, we feed off the energy.
Every game sold out, please. Big East season, we need it all.
Every game.
Alex, talk about the faith you have in the solo shooting. I saw you nodding your head over there when he was kind of downplaying his abilities.
I mean, we do competitive shooting, and I shoot with him every time we do these drills. And I mean, I just see him just rally off like 20 in a row a couple days ago just from three. And just the confidence that I have in him, like every time he shoots it, it's like I feel like it's going in. And he's got to realize that too, and he realizes it as well. But I mean, no one's really surprised just what he's able to do, just a microwave ability. And I mean, we even see it last year during practices in the games as well. He's making big-time shots for us, so he's going to continue to do that for us this year.
Alex, I know you talked before the season about wanting to come back, become one of the winningest players ever, if not the winningest player. And as Xavier coach today said, you should be celebrated for the way you just help teams win. Well, how good is that feeling to come back and kind of, help this team get to where it's supposed to be?
I mean, that's the main reason why I did come back, is to be the winningest player in college basketball history, but also help these new guys like Terrace and Liam experience what it feels like to win, and for Solo to go back to back, and then Hassan as well too to go for a three-peat. So really, it's just to help the new guys experience what it feels like to win, but at the same time add to the history of this program that has never been done before and hasn't been done since the UCLA days. But we still got a long way to go, but I'm glad that we're piecing it together now, just really building momentum heading into more Big East games.
Alex, when you were out, I saw you talking up your guy when they came off today. When you came off, Samson was this amazing boy. Just how important is that? If you can't contribute, you can help them, help the players. If you can't play in a game, and the camaraderie of this group.
Yeah, it's big time. I mean, especially for Samson today, his presence out there just helps us so much. And even just him being on the bench and just talking to the guys, just talking about what he sees out there and just continuing to encourage every single player, it means everything to us that he's doing everything possible to control what he can control and just really just use his voice. And the experience he's had these last 2 years, as well as myself and Hassan, I feel like we just got to continue to use our voice every moment that we can. And Samson did a big job of that for us, especially today.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.